because he's 10 million times better than Odwan. Quote me. But that does not make him a good governor. Because Odwan was a complete failure. Then he himself is equally a failure, but not complete failure. But I know that they share a lot in common, and that is incompetence. How or why do I say they're incompetent? He is an incompetent governor because, let's take education, for example. All right? In education, today Delta State is known to be a state where you have children passing their exams in what they call magic centers. Delta State Secondary School environment is now a magic center environment. What do I mean? A child who is to take his WAEC or his NECO, where you now have the parents of such wards going to make arrangements with principals or the cabals of secondary schools, known to the CIEs. The CIEs conniving to create miracle centers. That means the child does not require going to read to pass his exams. Delta State that used to be Delta State in terms of standard is no more. Now let's come to transport. Nobody will tell you about transport. We are in a bigger mess when it comes to moving people. There is no economy that is viable without a workable or a working transport system, and not just a transport system, integrated transport system, whereby if you leave the bus terminal, there's a taxi that will take you to the nearest address that you're going to, so long as the buses cannot get there. Tell me one in Delta that is one functional terminal. Is it Agofure? Look at the river and area, whereby you spend more money to buy fuel, petrol or diesel, than what you get at the filling station. Sometimes petrol is about 300 naira per liter once you're already in the river. So what is this? These things must be coordinated by government, and it is not federal government that should do that. It's the state government that should ensure that those things are what are in proper place and they are well managed. Tell Lokowa to show me Dr. Mene his 10-year development plan, or 5-year development plan, mid-term. And within this 5-year development plan, boy has been around, this is the 5th year that he wants to celebrate. His 5-year development plan, and in between, either quarterly of these 5 years, this is my record of what I have done based on my 5-year development plan. None. I will sit down here and celebrate his coming back. Security. It has never been so terrible in the lives of Deltans, where nobody feels secured in his hometown, your own hometown. Headsmen are just at liberty to do whatever they like. Insecurity is now a commonplace in Delta, where people die like fire that don't even have owners. The lives of Deltas are in a mess. You can no longer go and say, I want to drink pepper soup in the evening. And you're going to say, no, nothing. Is it today that his men has been attacking? Have you ever, listen, please correct me if I'm wrong, and let anybody correct me if I'm wrong. Have you ever seen the governor condemn his men, farmers class? Condemning that know they are terrible, I'm going after them. Have you? No. No, it wasn't me. The answer is no. What happened in Uwelu here? Uwelu, no. When 7 people were buried openly, what did he say? How many government officials was sent there to represent? Did he even visit? Poverty is at its best in Delta, where people are dying like chicken because they don't have access to medical care. Unemployment is rising by the minute in Delta. It's rising. Today, what do you find in almost every community? Yahoo, Yahoo. In some communities, when they will pick this illegal money, what do? They openly celebrate it. You see them on top of their vehicle they just bought with powder on their head, pour powder, and they will be throwing the powder on people on the side street. You are allowing people to celebrate what? Criminality. And you say you have a government? I'll give you one typical painful aspect of bad governance and corrupt governance. They're so bad. Sometimes if I go there, I puke. I puke at the impunity of robbery, open robbery of the people of Delta State. As of last year, early last year, about January, we were having about 172 billion naira of the Supertech money being wasted unaccounted for. Because that money is statutory to be released to the Supertech. And it wasn't released. So why would you release the Supertech money? It's not yours. It doesn't even belong to the state government. Because statutorily, it belongs to that arm, that agency called the Supertech. It is there to ameliorate the pains of those who live in oil-producing areas. And it is by law, that's what I mean statutorily, 50% of the 13% derivation should go to them. Ordinarily, it should be the entire 13% derivation that comes from the federal government. But that is the reason for releasing the 13% to the state government that have oil. The 13% is not for the state government. It is meant for the state government to use it for the oil producing areas of the state. Ordinarily, there is statutory allocation to the state government, other than the 13%. Every state gets that. But the 13% has a reason. Why even share it again at 50-50? That the other 50 could go to anywhere. It can go to Agbo, can go to Capital Territory Development Agency or authority, they call it. Why create the development authority in Asaba? When you know, these are things that none of you are even ready to ask questions about. There are ways that this state government can create deliberately, we call it positive discriminatory policy of government, to go to that riverine area, use the Supertech money, do what I call dredging, and whatever that you dredge out of that river, use it to do what? Create new towns. New towns, brand new towns. Brand new. From what you have dredged. Create new towns. And where you have dredged it from becomes a deep sea, deep water, that can take larger vessels, that can come to Warri and offload freely. But you just you sit down with such a high level of ineptitude, not knowing what to do. It's okay, this. The only thing I praise him for is payment to contractors. Because I've never seen contractors complaining. He pays them promptly. But you have shortchanged the superintendent so badly that as of today, I am sure, because I lost count when nothing was going on, I have talked and talked and talked and talked about the superintendent. So we know that we have been in a big mess over these 5 years running. We have been in a bigger mess before he came in. I cannot doubt that, because his predecessor was a complete failure. While Okowa had decided to say, okay, after all, I'm not the cause. He just dropped the baton where they gave it to him. I can't go anywhere beyond it. But I'm just trying. Let's just hold about it.